So, brief updates. I'm still in college. I start again in January, but so far I have about 4,000 miles on the Cherokee. Knock on wood, without any issues. I do have a 4-inch long arm for the back with a truss that I eventually need to install. But other than that, I mean, she's doing perfectly fine. The only issue I ran into is that some of the motor mount bolts that hold in the engine side on this side vibrated loose. But I got new ones, same grade, the whole 9 yards, put some blue Loctite and torqued the poop out of them. I actually made a special tool to be able to, there it is, get in there and tighten it down a little bit better. So, but yeah, said basically she's doing well. There's the 4-link. So anyway, so this is a spare motor that I had. I'm finishing building for the most part now. Brand new AMC head, max speeding rods, everything was measured. My little journal right here, everything was measured, everything was perfect. I did hone it, looks pretty good. I'm going to paint the oil filter housing and the European spec accessory mount. But other than that, I have everything basically up there to finish it. I do need to order some paint. I do have, so that was kind of cool that it came with one of the 2-port oil coolers. So it has the main pressure sensor that feeds the VW ECU, and then it has a second one that's held in with an Allen. So that'll allow me to get both oil pressure and temp. To be honest, the CJ hasn't really been driven as much as it probably should have. I've gotten more miles on this now than I do on this. This has been done for about 3 years. This has been done for less than a year, almost a year, beginning next spring. But yeah, with this engine, it's gonna be the GTC 1549. I'm gonna build a stand for it. I've got the radiator up there. So I'll build a full run stand with this to make sure that it runs fine. Have all the sensors hooked up to it so it will run the way it's supposed to. Make a makeshift wiring harness to hook up to the stand so that it'll actually do the way it's supposed to. The XJ. So once this engine goes in with the GTC 1549, this engine's gonna come out, do a basic tear down, kind of look at it, see how everything's going. I might just ARP the bottom end and see how it works out. Like I said, it's got, I think, 3,000, 4,000 miles in the last 3 years. So it doesn't get run very often. But I do want to pull that apart, put that on the engine stand, and then I'm probably going to try to attempt to build compounds for the Cherokee. In that bottom box over there, I have the whole set HE200 5cm that I purchased, I believe, from Joe at Doomsday Diesel a couple years ago. I still also have the 12mm mechanical pump, but over in this corner, I have an 11mm TDI pump. So that'll go on this engine, of course. But so with the whole set, I'm probably going to run. I've been talking with Houston Alexander about what I should do for compounds, and he suggested a 60mm low pressure turbo. So I'm looking at an S362, I think is what it is. I don't know. I have never built compounds before, so this will be an adventure. So yeah. I hope everyone is having a wonderful end of the year, holiday season, whether it be Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, or Christmas. I wish you all the very best. The same thing with your swaps. I wish you always the best in your swaps, and I hope you have a wonderful new year to come. Hopefully it's better for everyone. But yeah, be well.